It's Friday night, the weekend's here. We're talking about some action figures. There's three to get through, so let's kick it off tonight. The Toy Top Guy is Three Finger Fridays, yeah. The Toy Top Guy is Three Finger Fridays, yeah.
Raw Jaw was a pretty cool cat. This line featured a lot of pullback and friction-powered vehicles, but this guy came packaged with one of the Hydro Racers. Pump the balloon pack up with water and let him go. He leaves a trail of water as he goes, so my mother always deemed it an outside toy. I wasn't into hot rods as a kid, but I made an exception for this line, and it was honestly just because of the figures. The bodies were all squishy plastic, but they had rotating arms, putting them just barely above dog toy status. There's a bunch of figures to collect in this line, but a lot of these have become pretty pricey in the aftermarket. I mean, who wouldn't want a little squishy metal jaw figure with an ass like that? Just look at that dumper. Magnificent. Gravedale High was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon produced in 1990 with a 13-episode run. This series took place in a horror/monster-themed high school where every student and staff member was usually based off of a universal monster. Cleopatra was an obvious call to the Mummy and Cleopatra Egyptian-type theme. I don't think the toy designers watched the show since they turned her into a Weeble Wobble for no reason other than her being large and rounded. She's also a poor man's Weeble Wobble at that, since she absolutely falls down. I'm sure that's an extreme deterrent for die-hard Weeble purists. There were 4 McDonald's figures to collect in this line, and to this day they're all pretty common as well as inexpensive. House cats were always particularly fond of this figure. Food Fundamentals was a line put out by McDonald's back in 1992. It was an attempt to explain to kids what healthy foods they needed to incorporate in their diets. The irony isn't lost on me that these toys were in bed with cheeseburger kids meals, but McDonald's heart was in the right place. There were 5 toys in total, and that was perfect since there were 5 basic food groups on the now defunct food pyramid of the 90s. 4 of these figures were part of the basic line, but Duncan here, who represented vegetables, was an under 3 toy. Criminal. How was I supposed to convince my parents I needed a squishy baby toy to complete a set? Probably why most 90s kids didn't want to eat vegetables. If I had Duncan back in the day, maybe I'd have eaten some more greens. Probably would have aspired to dunk on more people as well. Did you ever want these, have these, or hate any of these guys? Let us know, and be sure to tune in next Friday for 3 more figures. If you need more Toy Talk Guys action, look at some of our other videos, and please be sure to check out our podcast. Just search Toy Talk Guys in your podcast app of choice, or click on one of our links in the video description below. Thanks for watching.